Alright, what you're seeing here is the Webster engine, and the carburetor on here is a carburetor that was designed by Chuck Fellows. Chuck doesn't have a swing arm for his throttle lever. Chuck's engine is very conventional in that it has the carburetor body and the main needle jet. But over here at this end he has this screw which screws in and out. Unfortunately it's very close to my spark plug. I may get electrocuted here, I'm not sure. But by screwing this screw in or out, he can change the actual size of venturi, and he can change the size of air passage that's in there, and consequently throttle the engine. I seen a video Chuck made of this carburetor, and it seemed to be okay, and then Chuck abandoned it. He said that he wasn't as happy as he wanted to be, and he went on to design something different that I believe he's working on now. But I said, in all fairness, I will try out Chuck's engine on here and see what happens. I've not ran this before, so this is a first time. I'm going to open the needle valve half a turn here for an initial setting. And again, I have my fire extinguisher sitting on the floor between my feet. And I've turned on my power box, and we'll see what happens. Well, we got fire anyway. Maybe try that needle valve a bit more. Okay, for a moment we were running with Chuck's carburetor. Okay guys, we're running with Chuck Fellows' carburetor on there. Seems to be doing a great job. Now that Allen wrench sticking out there is going to be the throttle control, so we shall see. Now, looks to me like that works fine. We're going fast. We're going slow. We're going very slow. And we'll try it back to fast again. I don't see anything at all wrong with Chuck's carburetor. I'm not sure why Chuck abandoned this, but I think it works every bit as good as what I just finished building. We can idle right down to almost stop, and with 90 degrees of turn, we've been going like hell. I don't think it gets too much better than that. Chuck, I don't know really why you abandoned this. I think it works great. And the nice thing about Chuck's carburetor is it's about 100 times simpler than the one that I just built. I think they both seem to work fine. Chuck, I think you've done an amazing job on simplifying this design. I wouldn't change a thing on there if I were you. If I build another carburetor with a throttle, Chuck, I will probably use your design, because it certainly does work, and it's much, much simpler than the one which I just built. Now I was kind of hoping that mine would work better and show Chuck up, but I think it's gone the other way here. I think Chuck's carburetor does everything that the carburetor I built did, and does a marvelous job with the throttle. Nothing wrong with that at all. So if you have to build a carburetor with a throttle on it, you can use the drawings I'm going to post of the George Britnell clone that I made, or you can build this one which Chuck designed. It's only got about half of the parts that mine has, and it looks like it's a lot easier to build. So thank you, Chuck, for the great design. I had a little trouble with this carburetor. When I went to solder the top on that needle valve, I filled the whole carburetor full of solder a couple of different times trying to use soft solder. I hate soft solder. I have a lot better luck with silver solder. But Chuck, I think that's a great carburetor. I wouldn't change a thing on it if I were you. Don't get a hell of a lot better than that. I think you should be proud. So okay, that's the last of my educational videos for today. Thanks for looking, guys.